For our second trip around the Common, I've changed the editing style. I'm using DaVinci Resolve as the main editor. Anyway, we're going down exactly the same start as we did before and entering the Common just before the tunnel. Here we are, going under the avenue through the tunnel. Change to level 2 power assist for going up the slope and onto the level part across the central belt of the Common, as you can see on this map. That's the boating lake on the left. More about that later. This was filmed during a very sunny period that we had in mid-June. Once we're almost at the Belmore, this time we turn to the left and head to the south. This is slightly downhill, so I'm in a fairly high gear. Level 1 assist, but it's probably not assisting very much, drawing very little power. The speeds are generally 10 miles an hour or a bit less. On steep downhill bits I can maybe get up to 12, 13, 14 miles an hour, but I'm not concerned about speed, just want to keep a nice steady run. This leads down towards what's now called Cemetery Lake. I think it was called the Ornamental Lake in times past. It's a fenced off lake, a haven for all the birds, as you will see in a minute. Just coming up to the edge of it now, although you can't see it through the trees at this point. Swinging round the bottom corner now. And that hedge on the left is actually covering the fence that contains the lake, so it's well sheltered from people. But there are places where you can stop and have a look. I stop here and manage to get a view across the lake. And as you can see, lots of ducks, seabirds, and all kinds of other wildlife as well. Nice selection of the swans there. and on again. Now going across a nice open area. Seems to be very popular with dog walkers just here, although the fence means the dogs can't get at the birds. And then back into a more tree-lined area. Once again, we gradually swing around to the south. 3 ladies walking their young children together. They don't hear you coming up behind, so if it's possible, you can just swing onto the grass, which is nice and flat and hard, and the city bike copes with it pretty well. Now we're coming to a really boring bit. We turn into Cemetery Road, which is nothing more than a great big car park. So I've just blanked it out, and we'll just run on the map until we get to the bottom end of the common. This is getting towards the lowest point in terms of height, so from now on we're going to be gently uphill nearly all the way back. Here we turn north back into the common proper. Very gentle climb. Once again through the trees. You can see from the map we're heading up towards the paddling pool area. Leaving the paddling pool to our right. This means that we're not quite on the right path to go north, but that doesn't matter, as you'll see in a moment. Get to a point where it's possible to turn off here onto a gravel track, and the city bike copes pretty well with the gravel track, providing it's reasonably well maintained and isn't too soft. Bit of a steep hill here, steeper hill anyway, and probably up to level 2 power support for a while until we reach the top of the hill. You see the paddling pool and playground for younger children on the right, fenced off area for their safety. And we're just going around this perimeter track, pretty good here. I want to go back to the main track to the north, so I've got to go across this bit of rough grass. Once again, the city bike's small wheels are not the best for this kind of country, but providing it's reasonably flat and the grass is reasonably short, it copes very well with it. And this is a climbing frame area for other children, slightly older children maybe. Fortunately, at this end it's ramped, so there's no curbs. Very shortly, we're back again on the main track to the north. This is nice and wide, pleasant riding, gentle climb, level 1 power assist. On the left, we're coming up to what's used to be called the boating lake, but council seem to have a hatred of water, and it hasn't been maintained, and it's impossible to sail model boats on it because weed grows there, which is jolly nice for the odd bird that uses the pool, but they've got plenty of other spaces on the common, so why can't this be cleared up and restored to its former purpose of being a boating lake? Just mean dragging the weed out maybe twice a year, Nearly back to our outward track. Here we are. Swing back towards the tunnel under the avenue. Just a note about the music. In the first part of this video series, I used some freebie music. It was challenged when I uploaded the video to YouTube, but as I was not intending to make any profit out of the video, I was allowed to continue to use it. It is, however, an irritant. So I made an attempt to create my own music on my iPad using GarageBand as the software. After 3 attempts, only one was barely acceptable. In a light bulb moment, I contacted Chris Rabbits, my grandson, who is a professional musician. He normally plays a bass guitar and other instruments, including a saxophone. Chris produced a basic track and then recorded an improvised jazz solo on top. The result is the music that I used in this video, and I think it is amazing. I have really struggled to make the video match the quality of the music. Thanks, Chris. Here we are, back into the tunnel. And that ends this trip, because all that's left is the long climb up towards Burgess Road and then up Glen Eyre Road back towards home.